Hey everybody, Hebrew Hulk here. Sorry the light's not quite great where I'm sitting right now, but I want to talk about something. So, as I'm sure a lot of you have heard by now, Rich Piana is in the hospital. He's in a medical-induced coma, and there's a lot of talk going around about it. I want to talk about the talk, not so much about him, because I really don't know. So, almost every news article that's on Facebook right now or social media all have the same headline: found with 20 bottles of steroids. Awesome. Great clickbait. I'm glad to know that TMZ and all those other places, all they want to do is use clickbait. Because if you read any of the articles, they make no claim to say that the steroids caused any problem with him. Then they go on to sort of say that it could have been cocaine. Not so much in that word. They talk about white powder and credit cards. But then apparently his girlfriend made the comment that she knew he had a problem with narcotics, or however you want to refer to it, but that she had no idea that he was still on it. So if he was doing it in the house, close enough where reporters could find it, how could she not know about it? Like, I don't know, the whole story in my mind doesn't add up properly. Greg Valentino released a video the other day talking about how that's not actually what happened. He was talking on Dave Palumbo's radio show, RX Muscle, which I highly recommend anybody should check out. Dave Palumbo is a great source of information. Greg Valentino also has his own YouTube channel, which are both very good. So Greg Valentino is the guy who everyone knows as, the guy whose arms exploded. He used to have the world's largest arms. He talked about how he's actually pretty close with the Piana family. And how what actually happened to him wasn't what people think happened. He said he couldn't disclose what actually happened, but he said whatever it happened was a very common thing that could have literally happened to anybody. And just considering that's the first thing I've ever heard firsthand, it makes more sense because all the other stories just don't make sense. I'm just really tired of the clickbait right now. The other thing is that, so he's in a medical-induced coma, which people are freaking out about, but let's be honest, there's actually so many different reasons they would put you in a medical-induced coma. Like, the count's endless these days for how many times they find that's the best way to treat something. The thing that's bothered me most about this whole situation is that you look on some of the pages and stuff, and you see a lot of, hey Rich, get better, we're rooting for you, hope you pull through. But then you see some people who are just downright negative about it, saying like, oh, I hope he dies. Oh, that's what drugs do to you. And just like, you don't wish bad on anybody in the hospital. I don't care if it's your worst enemy. You don't, when they're in the hospital, you don't suddenly start hoping they die or making comments that they should die. Like, Rich has been a pretty active voice for social media and bodybuilders, and great. And granted, I don't really appreciate what he says talking down about the bodybuilding sport. He is one of the most active members out there. He makes a great supplement line. Like, I'm a big fan of Rich Piana, I really am. So like, I hope he pulls through with this and gets all figured out, but I don't get why anyone was talking such smack about him when he's fighting for his life right now. Alright, anyways, that's all it is. I'm not really going to sign off with a regular tagline today because this is a more serious matter. But Rich, I hope you pull through. Granted, this probably won't get back to you, but best luck.